Om Shanti. Today, 24 November 2023, Baba says, Sweet children, only when there is cleanliness and honesty in your heart will be the arrow of the true things you say strike the target. You now have the company of true Father, therefore be honest and truthful. Question. What is it essential for you student to be cautious about? Answer. Whenever you make a mistake, you have to tell the truth. It is not only by telling the truth that you will make progress. You must not take personal service from others. If you take service here, you will have to serve there. You students have to study well and teach others. Because only when then because only then will the Father will be pleased. The Father is the ocean of love, and His love is that He educates you children and give you a high status. Song. Who created this play and hide himself away? Om Shanti. Nowadays we receive news that people are celebrating Gita Jayanti. The topic is who gave birth to the Gita. Since it's a Jayanti, it surely means birth. Since Srimad Bhagavad Gita Jayanti said there must surely be someone who gave birth to it. Everyone says God Shri Krishna speak. In that case, Shri Krishna come first and then Gita comes after him. A creator of Gita is definitely needed to create Gita. If Shri Krishna is called that, then Shri Krishna should come first and then Gita. However, Shri Krishna was a small child, so he could not have spoken the Gita. You have to prove who it was who gave birth to the Gita. This is a deep matter. Krishna took birth from his mother's womb. He was a prince of golden age. He attained the status of a prince by studying Raj Yoga through Gita. So, who was the one who gave birth to Gita? Was Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, Shiv, or Shri Krishna? In fact, Shri Krishna cannot even be called Trilokinath or Trikaldarshi. Only the one can be called Trilokinath and Trikaldarshi. Trilokinath means the one who rules the three worlds. The incorporeal world, the substile world, and the corporeal world are called Triloki. The one who knows these three are called Trilokinath, Trikaldarshi. The Supreme Father and Supreme Soul, Shiv. This is his praise, not Shri Krishna's praise. The praise of Shri Krishna is 16 Celsius degrees full of all virtues. He is compared to the moon. You would not compare the Supreme Soul to moon. His task is separate. He is the creator who gives birth to the Gita. Deities are created through the knowledge of Gita and Raj Yoga. The Father has to come and give knowledge in order to change human being into deities. Very clever Brahmakumar and Kumaris who can give these explanations are needed. Not everyone can explain in the same way. All of your daughters are also number-wise. The topic should also be who gave birth to the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. For this you have to explain the contrast. God is only one, the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, Shiv. Krishna attained that status by listening to knowledge from ocean of knowledge. You have to explain how he attained this status by studying easy Raj Yoga. First of all, the Father created Brahmins through Brahma. He spoke the essence of all Vedas and scriptures. Together with Brahma, the mouth-born creation of Brahma is also needed. Only Brahma received the knowledge of Trikaldarshi. Triloki means he also received the knowledge of three worlds. The 3 points, except of time, are beginning, middle, and end, and the three worlds are incorporeal world, substile world, and the corporeal world. You have to remember these words. Many children forget this. It is Maya in the form of arrogance of the body that make you forget. So the creator of Gita is the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, and not Shri Krishna. Only the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is Trikaldarshi and Trilokinath. Neither Krishna nor Lakshmi Narayan had this knowledge. Yes, those who receive this knowledge from Father become the masters of the world. When you have received salvation, your intellect lose this knowledge. The bestower of salvation for all is that one. He is not the one who take rebirth. Rebirth begins at the beginning of the golden age. From then to the end of iron age, you take 84 births. This explanation has to be given. Not everyone take 84 births. The one who wrote the Gita cannot be called Trikaldarshi. First of all, it is totally wrong where it is written God Shri Krishna speak. It definitely has to be wrong. Only when all the scriptures are wrong can the Father come and speak what is right. Truly, he speaks the true essence of Vedas and scriptures through Brahma, and this is why he is called the truth. You now, have the company of truth who makes you truthful. There is Prajapita Brahma and his mouth-born creation, Jagatamba Saraswati. All the children of Prajapita Brahma are brothers and sisters. You should go to the temples everywhere and give lectures. Many people go sightseeing there. When you explain to one, a whole spiritual gathering will gather there. You should also have to go to the cremation grounds. People have disinterest there. However, Baba says, when you explain to my devotees, they will quickly understand. So, you have to go to the temples of Shiv Baba and Lakshmi and Narayan. Lakshmi and Narayan are not called the Mama and Baba. Shiv is called Baba and there must surely also be Mama. She is incognito. No one knows. No one can now know the incognito secret of how Shiv Baba, the creator, is also called mother and father. Lakshmi and Narayan would only have one son. However, this one's name is Prajapita Brahma. Vishnu and Shankar are not placed high. Trimurti Brahma is considered to be higher. Just as God Shiv is called creator, so Brahma too is called a creator. That one is imperishable anyway. If you use the word creator, they will ask, how did he create? He is the creator anyway. However, creation takes place through Brahma. God is now giving you, all you souls, the knowledge of beginning, middle, and end of the world through Brahma. The Vedas and scripture, etc., are the paraphernalia of the path of devotion. The path of devotion continues for half a cycle. This is the activity of knowledge. When the path of devotion ends and everyone has become impure and tamopradhan, it is then that I, the Father, come. You are at first satopradhan and you then go through stages of sato, rajo and tamo. Pure soul who come from above have not as yet performed any such actions for which they would have to experience suffering. They say of Christ that he was crucified on a cross, but that was not possible. A new soul that comes down to establish a religion cannot receive sorrow because the soul is a messenger in his karmatit stage who comes to establish a religion. When a messenger is sent on a battlefield, he goes carrying a white flag through which the other side understand that he has come with a message. They don't cause him any difficulty at that time. So, no one can put a messenger on a cross. It is the soul that experiences sorrow. You should write that souls are not immune to the effect of action. It is wrong to say that souls are immune to the effect of action. Who said this? These are the versions of God's Shiv. You should note down this point. You need very broad and unlimited intellect. You need very broad and unlimited intellect to explain this point. When Christians come to the exhibition, you can tell them that it was not Christ's soul that was crucified on a cross, but it was the soul of the body that the Christ soul entered who would have experienced suffering. When they hear such things, they will be amazed that pure soul came and established a religion according to the directions of God the Father. This is also in the drama. Some people understand the drama, but they don't know its beginning, middle, and its end. When they hear such thing, they will try to understand some of these things. No one can insult Shri Krishna. Who is it that really received insult at this time? Not Shiv Baba, but this corporeal one. Baba, the pure soul, is the teacher, whereas this one is impure and is becoming pure. Those who have understood this clearly will speak without hesitation. Otherwise, people will understand that you have just memorized it, and they would then not be able to accept it, and the arrow would not strike the target. A lot of honesty and cleanliness is required. If someone who indulges in vices tell others that lust is the greatest enemy, the arrow will not strike the target. There is example of the Pandit who said, chant the name of Ram and you will be able to go across the river of ocean. This refers to this time. Shiv Baba says, by remembering me, you will go to across the ocean of poison. The Pandit don't know which ocean. You will go from the brothel to Shivalaya. You have to follow Srimad very well. You say, Baba, whether you love me or reject me, the explanation is only given here, and yet some of you still become like corpse. Your children have to study well. The Father is the ocean of love, that is, He educates you and enable you to receive a high status. This is His love. Since the Father is teaching you, you have to study and then also teach others. You have to please the Father. You have to remain busy in doing Father's service. The Father's service is for you to do the true service of Bharat with your bodies, mind, and wealth. You have to explain with a loud and clear voice. All are number wise. They would also be number wise in a kingdom. The teacher understands what number you receive in a divine kingdom. You can understand from your service, you will become the main one. You yourself can understand that. If you don't do as much service as Mama and Baba, you will have to become maid or servants. As you progress further, all of you will come to know everything. It will all become clear that you didn't follow Srimad. At this time, all of you children are students. If you make someone your servant at this time, you yourself will have to become a servant. To become an empress, here is body consciousness. You should speak the truth. Baba, I made this mistake. No one has perfect yet. When someone fails in examination, he has ashamed. Baba was thinking during the night that people speak of 21 birth and this is also remembered, but that this one godly birth now is different. There are 8 births in golden age, 12 births in silver age, 21 births in copper age, and 42 births in iron age. This godly birth in which you are adopted is the most elevated birth of all. This is the most fortunate birth of only you Brahmins. Acha, since for dharana, first point, give the return of love of the Father, the ocean of love. Study well and teach others. You have to follow Srimad. Second point, first of all, imbibe knowledge with honesty and a clean heart and then inspire others to imbibe it. Stay in the company of one Father. Blessing for today is, may you become sensible and free of sins by knowing the importance of directions given by the instrument soul. Sensible children will never think that perhaps the direction being given by the instrument souls are given because of someone saying something to them. Never have such ways thought about the instrument souls. Even if someone make a decision that you are not like, you are not responsible for that, so you will not be accumulate sin in that because it is the Father who made that in an instrument and He has changed that sin. This significance is incognito. It is incognito machinery. Slogan for today is, an honest person loves God and loves the world, not one who loves to rest. I'm repeating, an honest soul love God and love the world, not one who loves to rest. Elevated versions of Mateshwari heading is human beings take 84 births, they do not enter 8.4 million species. Mama says, when we ask God to take us children across to the other side, what does to the other side mean? People think that to go to across the other side means not to come into the cycle of birth and death, that is to be liberated. This is what people say, but the fathers say, children, the places where there truly is happiness and peace, far away from sorrow and peacelessness, is not called a world. When people want happiness, it has to be in his life. That one was a golden age paradise, a world of deities when there was a life of complete happiness. Those deities were said to be immortal. There is no meaning to immortal. It is not that the lifespan of the deities was so long that they have never died. To say this of to say this of them is wrong because it is not like that. Their lifespan does not last through the golden and silver ages. However, the deities have made many births in golden and silver ages. They ruled the kingdom very well for 21 births. Then they took to 63 births from Copper Age to the end of Iron Age. In total, they took 21 births of the ascending stage and 63 births of the descending stage. In total, human beings take 84 births. However, when people think that human beings go through 8.4 million species, that's a mistake. If human being can go through their parts of happiness and sorrow in just a human birth, then what's the need to go through any suffering in animal kingdom? However, people do not have this knowledge. Human beings take 84 births, but in total there are definitely 8.4 million species of animals, birds, etc. on the earth. There is every type of creation, and that is human being experience their sin and charity as the human species, and animal experience everything in their animal kingdom. Neither do human beings take birth as animal, nor do animal take birth as human. Human beings have to go through suffering in their own species, and so there is the feeling of happiness and sorrow. In the same way, animals have to go through their experience of happiness and sorrow in their own kingdom. However, they do not have the intellect to understand which actions they are suffering for. Human beings feel their suffering because they have intellect, but it is not that human beings go through 8.4 million species. A non-living tree also belongs to its own species. This is easy and a matter of understanding with a intellect. What action or neutral action would a non-living tree have performed that it would have created a karmic account? For instance, Guru Nanak spoke the elevated version, those who remember their son in their final moment, those who die with such a worry will take a birth as a boy. However, this does not mean that human beings go into the both species, but it means that their actions are like those of animals. It is not that like human beings become animals. Those teachings are given to make people afraid. So you have to transform your life at this confluence age and become charitable souls and from sinful souls. Acha, Om Shanti.